Hi everybody, my name's Dave and welcome to, and I'm reading from the screen, lithium batteries is grade A or grade B cells. Do not get ripped off. And there's a caveat here. No, most of the information here is taken from what appear to be reputable sites and from people who seem to make a lot of technical sense. I apologise if some of the information turns out to be incorrect. I will not be naming and shaming any businesses here because I simply do not know if they are telling the truth or not. Perhaps they don't know. You've all seen them. Cheap lithium batteries at ridiculously low prices on many popular sales sites, and they claim to be grade A cells with a quality BMS. However, there is a person on YouTube, LDS Reliance, I don't know the guy's name, who imports batteries into America and sells them. He mentions the difficulties in testing batteries as a consumer, and also he talks about costs and profits, etc. He suggests that to make a profit, the cost of some of the batteries do not add up, and here is why. The cost of components. Commercial bulk cost of A-grade cells is somewhere between 8 cents and 12 cents per watt hour. The retail cost of the same cells is somewhere between 16 and 22 cents per watt hour. This is because as a retailer, you're buying one or two cells, whereas in bulk, you're buying hundreds of thousands. So you get it cheaper. For a commercial manufacturer to purchase the cells to make a 100 ampere hour 12.8 volt lithium battery, we have to multiply 12.8 volts by 100 ampere hours, which gives us 1,280 watt hours. Depending on an average of 10 cents per watt hour, it comes to 128 US dollars for the cells. Plus there are any other components such as the plastic case and the bolts and the BMS, and around $75 is equated for that. Also incurs a charge of around about $75 per battery for the manufacturer to actually build the battery and assemble it all. That puts the cost up to 278 US dollars. Now, transporting those batteries and storing costs for batteries is around $150 per battery, which takes up our total to 428 US dollars. All this before you've even made any profit or covered any seller's costs. So if you're selling on Amazon, selling on eBay, you have to pay costs. So the conclusion is that if you see an A-grade battery for less than 400 US dollars, then it is just not possible unless they're purchased in lower grade cells as follows. Commercial cost of B-grade cells is somewhere between 4 cents and 8 cents per watt hour. For a commercial manufacturer to purchase the cells, 100 ampere hours by 12.8 volts equals 1,280 watt hours, exactly the same. But it's based upon an average of 6 cents a battery, which gives us a cost of $76.08 US. Then there's the cost of the other components, which is still the same, which is now a total of $226.80. Transportation and storage are the same at $150, which now takes into a total up to $376.80. Now you can see where these cost prices are coming from. This is based upon an average price. If you can get the cells for a lower cost, then you can lower the price by reducing the storage cost, and you can drop the price significantly. Now I've got blame game here. If you suspect that the battery you bought is not A grade, who is to blame? Well, it's certainly not you. The retailer or the assembler of the cell manufacturer, one of the three. Well, the cell manufacturer is covered by extensive Chinese laws, and they also record the testing of all cells. This information is provided to the battery assembler. If they were trying to scam people, it wouldn't translate itself down to your level. So there's no point in the cell manufacturer doing this. So it gets to the assembler. However, the assembler may not be honest here. If you think about it, many batteries marked up as A grade can contain B grade cells, and the seller may never know. A company can maximize profits by lying about grades, and the consumer may never know either. The cell manufacturer is required to mark and label every cell with its grade. but it has been experienced where the assembler has attempted to relabel these with their own labels and hide the B-grade markings. This has also been the case where the sites that sell the battery cells have attempted to hide the true grade to maximise profits. The end user is none the wiser until the battery prematurely fails, but this normally would happen outside of the battery's warranty. So how do you avoid these problems? Well, your only real option is to buy your battery from a reputable battery dealer. Yes, they may not know, but if you buy the cells and make your own battery, then of course the action against the Chinese seller, and we know where that will go to. If you buy from a reputable dealer, at least you have someone to go to if the battery fails. Other lies, these are the so-called lies that really are just marketing strategies, but lies are lies regardless of what they're wrapped up with. I have a definition for a lie on here, and it says, a false statement made with a deliberate intent to deceive or an intentional untruth. Something intended on serving to convey a false impression. AGM versus lithium. This lie is used almost every time someone discusses the difference in discharge rates between the two batteries. AGM batteries can only be discharged to 50% where the lithium can be discharged to 100%. Both of these statements are not outright lies, but there is some truth in there, but we can see a lie can be used to deceive or tell a total untruth. The statement that the AGM batteries cannot be discharged below 50% where lithium can be discharged to 100% is that simply is not true because in reality you can discharge both batteries to zero, but it significantly shortens either battery's overall lifespan. Lithium batteries are not damaged anywhere near as much as AGM, but it's still there. The real statement should be the AGM battery should not be discharged below 50% to protect it from significantly removing its overall life and the battery cycles. The lithium battery has a BMS which will turn the battery off. So I hope that arms you in the lithium battery scam, that you may not get the cells that you want. As you know, I have two Kings 120 ampere hour lithium batteries in my car, and they claim that they're A-grade cells. But I've asked Kings to produce the testing data, and they refuse. Well, I don't think they've refused. I don't think they just don't know. They sent me a safety data sheet instead. So I pointed out to them that it may be that they don't know they're being scammed. But if they were being scammed, can you imagine the cost to Kings is going to be out of business. Let's wait and see what will come back with that. I'll let you know once I receive an answer, but I hope after watching this video you're aware of the scam. See you on the next one.